Alright guys, so this video is heavily inspired by Jack Morgan's video yesterday. Shout out to Jack Morgan, where he went into the situation that he's facing with YouTube and his monetization status and whatnot. I watched that video as I'm driving home from work yesterday, and I was kind of taking it in, thinking about my own situation. And he touched on like not putting all your eggs in one basket when it comes to your income. And man, am I guilty of that. Most of us are guilty of that. A lot of us are guilty of that without even really, a lot of us are guilty of that even though we're still trying to make money in other ways. It's never been harder to survive off of just a normal single income. A lot of people don't like that fact, but that fact is that fact. And especially men today need to really get creative about generating income in multiple ways, because one of the main reasons why most men are having issues with dating or issues with, even thinking about marriage and a family, financial is a big part of it. Most guys that are mentally broken, a lot of that is financial. You don't have the money to carry yourself in a way that you would like. You don't have the money to have, the status that you'd like, potentially. I mean, this summer has been one of the worst summers for me as far as work goes. We've never had this many people drag their feet on paying. I mean, this has been a brutal summer with my, line of work. Some really scary moments, some really scary months. One customer whose job we finished around early July still hasn't paid. Still has not paid, dragging his feet, going through the games and just all the process of that. And it's exhausting. And that's why I tell you guys all the time. I get messages from young men that talk about, their financial situation. And I tell them all the time, what's your screen time look like on your phone? And a lot of them won't tell me or show me, but when they do, it's actually a lot. I mean, it's a lot. I'm speaking specifically to younger guys here because these are the ones that I see having this issue a lot. And I tell them, after work, bro, go DoorDash. I know you shouldn't have to do that. I know that sucks. I know that's frustrating, or maybe it's below you. Who cares? Do it anyway. If you can make an extra 40, 50 bucks a day, that's not nothing. That's not nothing. That's nothing to sneeze at. That's something at the end of the month. You guys are going to have to get creative. I don't think anybody should just be relying on their just one job income anymore. That's terrifying. I've seen it. I've seen it over and over. I've seen people lose their jobs for stupid things. A lot of these companies, they will chew you up and spit you out. They don't care about you. They will lie to you. I've seen guys that, in fact, there's one guy, I'm not going to say his name, but he worked at one of the suppliers where we buy our materials. And he was there for 30 plus years. Maybe it was 40 something years. Great guy, known him forever. He was like 2 days from retiring. And they got rid of him for some crazy reason, to where he isn't getting any retirement, or I don't know the full details, but everybody loved him. There was nothing he did wrong. Everybody loved him. All of his coworkers were just infuriated with the situation. But after giving 30 plus, I think it was like almost 40 years to this company, before he retired, 2 days before, they said, unfortunately, we got to let you go for this or whatever. And I think they still gave him something, but it was like a portion of what he was supposed to get. You hear a story like that, you see a story like that, and that doesn't inspire you to take your financial situation into your own hands. You can't trust these companies. I don't care what company you work for. You can't trust them. You can't trust them. You've got to get creative, man. You not only have to get creative about living below your means, you got to get creative about bringing in a couple bucks here, a couple bucks there. See, one of the problems I think most people have is that they only want like the home runs. They only want the Hail Mary touchdown pass. They won't think about chipping away a couple bucks here, a couple bucks there. Like the DoorDash analogy that I used. Just last year, I mean, I was doing DoorDash every day, 7 days a week after work. 7 days a week. And I was able to make a couple bucks. I wasn't doing that well, but I got friends that have been doing DoorDash forever. And they're in like this top dog status. Dude, one of them makes over 50 bucks an hour with tips doing that. Over 50 bucks an hour. Now, I don't know much about that. I'm not saying you can or you will do that, but I mean, it's something to think about. Don't ever think that you are like above some side hustle. Hell no. Leave your ego at the door. Check that ego. Chase that money, man. If you can get it, being creative, do it. Don't think a job is below you, or don't think like that. Because again, this kind of stuff can happen at any time. I've seen this stuff happen. I've seen things like this come about when it was never expected. In fact, most people that you talk to that are going through a terrible financial situation, most of them will tell you, I never saw this coming. I never thought this could have happened. I never thought this would happen. So don't think just because you feel secure right now, you're safe. You're not safe. I don't care what line of work you're in. I don't care about any of that. You're not safe. You know, you need to ease your own anxiety by taking matters into your own hands. I'm even thinking about getting another part-time job. I'm thinking about that all the time. And I don't really have much free time, but I'm thinking, could I do it? Could I swing it in the evenings? Could I, because why not? Why not? The Jack Morgan video that I watched, that one was really disheartening because you see somebody that's put so much time and energy and effort into building something. And the way the pay structure is on YouTube, like he said in his video, it's delayed a month. And now with his situation, he's got in this waiting period of a month. And then the delay kicks in. So, I mean, we're talking 2 months. Maybe even like at best 2 months. I would lose it. I would lose it if I was in his situation. And most people would not survive if that happened. I wouldn't survive if that happened. I almost didn't survive this summer. I'll be honest with you guys. I almost didn't survive this summer with these people playing games, trying not to pay. But I learned some lessons, and I've learned a lesson from his situation watching that video. Don't be stupid. Pay attention when people tell you stuff like this. Pay attention when people like Jack make these videos giving you this serious information. I mean, he's literally got nothing to gain right now making that video. He got nothing to gain. So don't overlook it. Don't fail to appreciate that wake-up call, because all of you can benefit from that. There's not a single person I know that couldn't do more about taking their finances into their own hands. Anyways, I just wanted to harp on that message a little bit because I think it's important. It's scary. Times have never been, more unsure. Companies don't care about their employees at all. Like, it's been shown. There's no debating that. Companies don't care about their employees. Very few do. So try your best, you guys, to be creative. Find new ways to make a couple bucks here, a couple bucks there. Doesn't have to be big bucks. 20 bucks a day to the side can go a long way in 6 months or a year. 20 bucks a day, let alone 40, 50 bucks a day. That can go a long way. Whether that's making 30 and saving 10, or making 10 and saving 30 from like cutting out something you buy or something you do or somewhere you go. It's not a joke, man. This stuff's not a joke. So get creative and take your finances into your own hands as much as you can. Anyways, guys, just wanted to share that video topic because it's been on my mind all night, actually. But God bless. Be well. I'm out.